Hey, future me, digital me. I'm gonna talk about something. A thought popped into my head, and I just wanna run with it. It's a, it's a what money means to people. If you have a, if anybody watches this, I don't know if anybody's gonna watch this. I never know with videos if it's gonna be a 0 view, a 1 view, a 5 view thing. But what money means to you, and this is you know to individual. This varies by individual and individuals. I'm sure sociologists, psychologists, probably both have written papers on this. I just want to throw my 2 cents in there, based on a person that has no formal academic training on the subject. Just thoughts. Um, so I'm gonna ramble. If you want to watch along, and it's gonna go where it's gonna go. So you know, stop watching right now if you feel like it. Um, what it means. So it means a lot of things to most people, I would assume. Money. For a lot of people, I think, and I've heard this before. For a lot of women, it means security. Um, that's what I've also heard that for women. That's what they're looking for in men, especially when they ask men, "So what do you do for a living?" And for me, I would say I'm a bum. I'm on disability. They'd be like, "Yeah, this guy has no ability to provide me security. Like he's a loser. He's a scrub." That's from my day back in the '90s and 2000s. He ain't got no scrub or don't want no scrub, whatever. So security, that's a big thing that a lot of people would say. If you're born into a very rich family, you would have no idea what that's about because you were born with a you're born wrapped in a security blanket, a banky that is itself wrapped with like 20 blankets that are all made of gold, and then another one that's like a diamond laced platinum blanket. So you have no idea about that fear for security. Whereas 50% of humanity, not Americans, humanity, have that security concern, that fear for fundamental securities of food, water, shelter, clothing, all these things at some point in their life, if not a lot of points in their life. And I mean by security also physical security is one of those things which money can provide. And of course, the reason I make that mention about women is men are stronger than women, so women have that physical security concern much more so than men. I mean, if you're a weak man, if you're spindly and dorky and stuff, you got to worry about that much more than even an average build guy. And, but physical security. If you're like me and you're walking around and I'm like, what, Venice Beach, then I would be like, I don't know if I feel exactly safe here. But or in a prison, yeah, I would be like, I'm not feeling too safe unless I, you know, got got a couple of AKs, and I'm just like, back up, back the fuck up. But normal situation, I'm pretty safe. Unless I see a couple black guys walking toward me, then I'm like, I gotta, you know. I hope everyone understands that's a 90% joke. Right? I'm American. We're all at least 10% racist. Even black people. We're all 10% racist. We're American. And yeah, so that's something. Security of some kind, in one form or another. You know, opportunity, of course, is another one. I would have to say opportunity for me is definitely a big thing. I'm on disability, so I don't worry too much about the security concern because I don't really give a shit about having stuff anymore. I gave up the whole stuff, the concept of stuff. I don't know, I'm going to say sometime in my 20s is when I pretty much gave it up. I don't know exactly when. I can't really say exactly when. It was kind of like, it wasn't a date. It wasn't like one day I was like, I went from wanting stuff to not wanting stuff. It was kind of like a fizzling out. It's like, yeah, now I find it like very difficult to be like, oh man, I gotta have this. Like it's not there at all. I would be cool with having stuff. Like if someone was like, I'm gonna give you a 3D printer, I'd be like, cool, I'll take that. Yeah. But I don't want it, like I don't want really anything anymore. So other than like food and stuff, and that's only because I need to eat. If I didn't need to eat, I wouldn't even want food. So for me, the thing is, I want money because I want opportunity. If we didn't live in if we lived in some world where you could do anything that you wanted to do, like pursuits and stuff, travel throughout the world for free. You didn't have to pay for a plane ticket. You could just go there and get on a plane and go wherever you want. And taxis were free and everything was free of charge. Food was all free. Everything was free. It's Star Trek world. Everything is free. But I would take advantage of it. I would travel and stuff and see stuff. Go take advantage of the food and do whatever I want to do. We don't live in that world, so I am locked in and caged where I am. So the opportunity thing is where it is. And in this world, you are forced to attempt to make your own opportunity where you are. There are ways to do it for free. Those come with certain risks, though, which I really don't think I want to accept. Because for me, those risks I have epilepsy. Those risks are compounded by my epilepsy. So there you are. And like I could hop on a train to travel, But as soon as I run out of medication, I will have seizures. And then I will start to have more seizures. And then I will start to have more seizures. And I don't know where it's going to, I don't know what it's going to evolve into, but it's going to get bad. Um, so, yeah. In a world of free meh, that would be a concern that I would be released from. So now you see the opportunity factor that would be nice to be unshackled from. And that's me. However, a more disturbing thing that you can come across and that you can, a realization that you can have if you think about it, billionaires. Billionaires want money, they want to get money, and they want to get more money because they want dominion. They want power. They want authority. They want more money because they want to never be questioned when they do something. They want to be dictators of their own fiefdom, and they want to grow that fiefdom into a nation and maybe into the entire world. And that's why billionaires are so disturbing and dangerous. Because the billionaire mindset, and I suppose not all of them necessarily, but essentially all of them that we basically know of. Do that for that one thing. The Bill and Melinda Gates, uh, they do seem to have some kind of, at least a little bit of restraint on themselves. A little bit. But it's hard when you keep getting, when your billionaire pile keeps getting more and more billionaire-y. When you aren't even trying to get more money, and you get your 46 billion, and then the next year you're 48 billion, and the next year you're 51 billion and 57, and you're not even trying to get more money, and you're spending money on, even if you're spending money on charities and goodwill projects, and you're still growing your billionaire pile, and you're like, I'm trying to make the world a better place, and I'm getting, the pile is getting bigger. Like, I can't spend it fast enough. Like, the only way I could actually spend it fast enough is if I actually gave out $1 million to 10,000 people, and that would be, it would be kind of irresponsible. I can kind of see as that would be kind of irresponsible. It would be very nice to those 10,000 people, but it would be kind of irresponsible almost. Maybe. I don't know. And you know, if you're a billionaire like Bill Gates or someone that has like $50 billion, maybe you could on your own fund uh, do very good tax policy, but it's almost like at that point, why would you do that? You really don't have any incentive to, you know, single-handedly. I mean, why? Why would you do that? You can't really blame these people for not for not funding a person like me that would be like, yes, I would like to tax all your money at like 97% versus this guy who wants to, lower your tax rate to 30% when it was at 60%. I mean, sure, we'll keep taxes on the middle and lower income people at a rate that keeps them poor, but your taxes, yeah, we'll cut them from 70% to 35%, no problem. Sure. You can not only be rich, but make you richer faster every year, year on year. It's like, I mean, if you're a middle income person, I mean, and you're actually paying taxes, not just like the lowest income brackets that get every actual tax dollar you pay back. But if you're middle income and you end up paying like $1,500 in actual income tax, not the Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security, but the actual $1,500. If you're only getting like 800 of that back, and they're like, well, you'll get 350 of that back, that 700. You'd be like, well, I mean, I guess I can use the 350 for something. That would be something. I mean, it would only be like $30 a month spread out, but I, I can go out to eat by myself, or me and my wife can go out to like a fast casual place when, you know, we send our kids to their friend's house for the night, and then we can go out to eat, and then we can come home and watch a movie on Netflix and fuck and have a peaceful night. One night out of the month for $30. Yay. I mean, it brings you one night apiece out of the month for that extra tax break. I mean, as a middle income person, maybe that tax break is actually worth it. I don't know. I don't live that life, so I can't really say. I can, however, tell you this. If we took that tax on that rich people from 35% to 92% on their passive income, that one night a month that you got off, it could change that to, I don't know, giving you 4 weeks paid vacation, and maybe not both of you needing a job, and all sorts of other fantastic shit, because the tax income would allow for that. So what do you think about that? Sounds fucking awesome. So vote for someone who will do all that. There you go. That's my suggestion. Um, yeah. And billionaires are the real ones blocking opportunity for everybody. Taxes are not getting in the way of the entrepreneurial experience or experiment. They're not. Billionaires are. It's a nice con job that they like to play on you. Taxing rich people actually creates the entrepreneurial and the innovation that will move the chains forward, to use the football analogy. And when you keep giving money to people that already have all of it, it just stagnates everything. It gunks up the cycle. With like any machine, when you throw a lot of tar into the gears, everything just stalls out and stops. You don't want that. You want to keep everything running nice, which means if you want to have an economic system that has money, you want lots of money flowing nice and through. And we don't have that. We don't have everyone having a nice and balanced amount of money. In a market system, there needs to be inequalities, but the inequalities can't be so fantastically high. Inequalities need to be within a certain percentage that there is a mathematical formula for it. I don't know it. Talk to academics. This is why conservatives hate academics, because everything's fucking out there already in academia. It's all proven. They just hate academics because it's all been done. It was all done in like the 50s, probably even before that. It's all been proven. They know it's out there. They're just like, oh, these scientists don't know anything from anything. Check your Bible. Really? Stuff written 2,000 years ago by a dude? I mean, these are things, if the Bible has stuff that's good, it's stuff about philosophy and about interpersonal relationships, which, yeah, any person can come to, which is good stuff. Like Plato and Aristotle, whatever. Philosophers from Greece and stuff that weren't mathematicians talking about, general philosophy, generalized philosophy. It's easy to do because you don't need to know formulaic math, and you don't need to have studied it and worked it out and everything. But hard academic math and other sciences, chemistry, physics, and stuff, that you need to actually fucking study and learn and work out and everything, and you need to be in academia. The other stuff, you can just sit on your porch with dudes and be like, what if blah, 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 smoke a joint and blah, blah, blah. That's all you don't need to fucking go to college for that. You can smoke joints, you can drink beers, and be a philosopher. That's all good. You don't need a degree for that shit. I mean, you do if you want to be like respected and go on Fox News and be like, I don't think this, communism stuff is all that good. It's like, really? Why? Because everybody having a fair shake is shitty, and like treating everybody like crap is the natural state? No, go fuck yourself. How about that? That sounds good, right? Hey, you crossing the road? This is my street here. Beep beep. Yeah, see? What do you think? You cross my street, motherfucker, I run your ass over. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I guess you're just dead. You know? I don't know what to do about this anymore. I guess you're just fucking dead. I mean, see you in hell, bitch. Maybe heaven, I don't know. I mean, like, we all agree on the rules of the road. I guess we're all communists, right? Actually, we don't all agree on the rules of the road because some people are just really shitty drivers. And stop in the middle of the fucking road to what? What are these assholes doing when they're stopping right in the middle of the fucking road? I mean, seriously, right in the middle of the road. You try to look, what are they doing? Is someone in front of them? Is there an accident somewhere? Oh, he's going now. Oh, okay. So, did you have to do a line of blow? You know, get your energy back? What the fuck were you fucking doing? Oh, there was an invisible stoplight there. Okay. Yeah. I see. That's good. That's really good. I did light up another cig, didn't I? Jeez, I just forgot about that. Yeah, my mind is, well, it's not fucking all here, but whatever. Anyways, um, I don't know. I think I only covered three types of what people want for money. When people think about money, security, opportunity, and power. Those are three big ones. What else might someone want from money? Love and sex. Well, those are similar, but not exactly the same thing. Um, I mean, raw, just getting the dick sucked kind of sex. That's obvious. There's some debates about that shit. Some hardline, very emotional debates about that. Should prostitution be legalized? Yeah. I mean, pimps don't want that because, well, I would say if prostitution is legalized, then pimps could get into the business. An enterprising entrepreneurial pimp could say, bitches, we organizing this my club. You know, you've been giving me money for years. I have all the money. I started the club. You work for me. If the pimp was treating them decent for years and not, beating the shit out of them and stuff, now that it's legal, he could apply for a business license and everything and go through all the legal mechanisms and become a small business owner and boom, 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 and have all of his bitches work for him in the brothel, it would probably, I don't know what the legal term for it would be, but we all know it as a brothel. And, he would, and the pimps that are, abusive would lose out. All that pimp's bitches would go to the good pimp to, you know, DJ Max's House O Love. And, you know, he'd set up, multiple places. It could be, a new industry, Of course, we all know the segment of society that would be completely against that, um, and all the arguments they would pull out for that. Personally, I don't like the idea of that because, I mean, I, I'm personally, it's just like, who wants to, I mean, how many different penises have been inside that, I mean, just today. So it's just like, and think of it from, a guy working there, a man whore working there. It's like, yikes. And you visiting a place like that, how would they would have to, the government would probably, it would be nice if the government would be like screening, like you could go to a hospital. See, this is why we need national health care, because then you could go to a hospital and get like, a full spectrum STD test and be like, have it on your card, on your thing, be like, no STDs. I'm clear going to the club. And be like, see, here's my card. I'm clean. It's been proven. The last time I was tested was 3 days ago. And the guy would be like, I got you, bro. And he's like, yep, see? And you're all good to go. But we don't have national health care, so what are you going to do? There's a lot of concerns about that stuff that would have to be addressed. So, yeah. And the getting love and finding love is dangerous. Dangerous topic because it's so tricky. Using money to find love is even trickier. I'm telling you, females, you're going to start to have more money, and men are going to start to have less money, and it's going to be interesting to see that societal, thing flip I heard and have been hearing more and more of there's no good guys out there. It's just more and more like all the good ones are taken. It's like no, you know. You gotta do a little bit of better searching. Gotta do that inspector glass kind of thing a little better. Uh, and also realize that uh, for men, for the male, the social and psychological maturity tends to happen later on in life. And to put it simply, men are just, men just tend to be different from women. Um, Different behaviorally. So if you say, if you're just like, there's no good men out there, maybe it's simply you. You're simply looking for someone that you have an idea in your head and you simply need to be more open, more open and receptive to something. Just be open to a possibility that you hadn't been open to before. And you have this narrow picture in your head and you're just not, you're just not letting the world in. And if you do that, maybe you'll see something that you didn't see before. And there you go. I have to learn how to do that earlier, though, because women have a shorter, I don't know, whatever, shorter biological clock, shorter tick tock. Which I was thinking the other day about uh, how to how did I think about it? How did I put it? I used to say something. It was like because I heard it called something like uh, no, no. Like I think I called it nature's sick joke or something like that on women. But then I kind of changed my opinion. Maybe it's actually nature's way of giving giving women a kind of a monthly reminder that that kind of natural reminder that people are mortal, that we aren't immortal and we're not immune to physical injury, and Life is what it is. You're going to die. It is going to happen. You have to you have to realize that. And so you have a certain amount of time to do whatever you're going to do. And you have to make the decision, and you're going to have to live with it. You're going to have to live with every decision you make, and if you go down one path, that's the path that you want to make. And maybe the sick joke is that men actually can have children, or a lot of men, they can have children until they're like 70 years old. It's just kind of a sick joke because, like, do you really want to have a kid when you're like 65 and that kid is 20 years old when you're 85 if you're alive? That's like have a kid, have a baby when you're 52, a baby when you're 52. That's, I mean, in today, that's an old age to have a baby. Um, and think about Trump. He had his last baby when he was, I don't know, 70 something, maybe 70 something. He's, I mean, in all likelihood, he's not going to see that baby marry. He's not even going to see that baby graduate high school. And he's fucking over he's fucking over the country, and he's fucking over at the whole world, as many people in the world as possible. But he's making a lot of money for his family. So that's what he's trying to do, making sure his family is good to go. Fuck everyone else. My family's going to be taken care of. That's the legacy that guy wants to leave behind. Fuck everyone else. My family is good to go. That's kind of a metaphor for everything. As a leader, the example he wants to set is, and the example he wants to set for the country and his newest child is, fuck everyone. Do what you got to do for yourself and your own. Not make the world a better place for everyone else. That is just the best. Because I think those are the words that Jesus died with. Fuck everyone else. I'm going to make this world better for me and my disciples, and not better for everyone on the planet. Because, fuck these Romans. All I care about is me and the other 8 or 10 guys. I don't give a shit about anyone else. Fuck everybody else. It's only me and the other 8 or 10 dudes that are with us. Fuck everybody else. That's a direct quote from Jesus. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, good going, buddy. Yeah, leaders lead by example, not by, being a total shithead, which is another example. So, good job. See, it's hard to not be political because as you get older, like, just everything is you see everything through the lens of being political, especially in shitty times. If times are good, you can just be apolitical. But in shitty times, it's just like every step you take feels like it's influenced by a fucking shitty leader. Fucking everything. Especially if you're poor. Fucking train. Yes, I get it. You're a train and it's nighttime and you can come through now because there's nobody driving. And so, I don't know. Are there other main reasons people have money other than those? I don't know. I mean, just, you know, raw entertainment. I don't think that's like a main pursuit of money. I mean, it's just kind of a, you know, a, an side adjacent sub thing for money. Maybe it's a main pursuit if you are born with a lot of money. Maybe then it's your main pursuit. But I don't think it is for most people. Like, I just want to get a lot of money just because, I don't know, maybe it is. Because I just want to hang back and chill. Okay. I mean, sure. I can respect that. I can respect it as long as you're honest about it. If you're just lying, then whatever. I mean, I want to have the freedom to chill out a good 15 to 30% of the time, which may be more than some people want to do. You know, some of those retired people are like, I can't just like lounge around all the time. That's like, you know, I can't lounge around all the time, but I could lounge around most of the time. Um, if I ever become responsible for something, then I'll be busy. So I'll be doing it. I mean, I'll be occupied, so I won't be thinking about lounging around. Especially if it's something that I'm interested in, I'll be doing it. I mean, working on a job, on a shitty minimum wage job in order to survive is not something that I'll be, you know, I've done that before. It is not something that I would consider um, you know, it's something to run away from, not something to wake up to and be like, well, you know, I got to do this for this, and this, and then this, and this. And, you know, that's stuff that you got to do. Not, ugh, I got to go to work again in a half hour. Bleh. That is what I was doing, and that's probably what a lot of people are doing. A good 50 million plus people in this country alone are doing. They're just death kind of work. Just, man, this sucks. And then another 30, 40 million people are doing work. Well, I got to go to work again. I mean, it's not the shittiest thing ever, but I'd rather be doing something else. It's like, well, at least you got that, you know. At least you're doing something that isn't the crappiest fucking thing ever. It's nice to know. if I ever go back to work, I want to be doing something that doesn't feel like work. Something like this, 50 minutes have gone by and I don't feel like 50 minutes have gone by. That's why I would totally be okay with getting paid $1 an hour, 50 cents an hour, a penny an hour to do something like this. I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with getting paid $0 an hour to do this because I don't need to get paid to do this. And that is what I'm getting paid to do. This is 0 cents an hour. Although we're only at 51 minutes, so what are you gonna do? Oh, it's still hot in here. I don't. This place is holding on to fucking hot air like a motherfucker. Plus, I have a shirt on when you know. I don't know how many people out there in hot climates like Texas, don't use AC because you're trying to save some money. If you have a family or are otherwise not living alone, you gotta use AC because the other person is like, oh man, how can you stand the heat or whatever. So far, living here for 10 months, I've barely used the AC or the heat in Texas. Barely used either. So my electric bill has been pretty good. I don't know what it would have been if I used the heat and AC all the time, but I'm not going to give the electric company the pleasure of forking over my fucking money just so I can, be a little bit more comfortable. Fuck them. The people 100 years ago dealt with it. Why can't we? I mean, it's not like I'm fucking dying. I'm just a little hot. And, in the winter, I'm just a little cold. And it gets to like what, maybe 40 most of the time. 40 degrees can suck my balls. I'm used to right around 0 with -10, -12, maybe -15 with the wind chill. So 40 degrees, maybe for a little bit it'll get to like 30, maybe 20, and it gets cold. That's nighttime temperature too. And I got a comforter. I sleep under the comforter. No problem. We're good to go. Although I will say this, now there may be a problem because I've lost weight. So, I've lost fat, which means I've lost insulation, which means maybe this winter might be a little bit of a problem. I might have to use the heat, like 5 more days because less of that fat, don't know. We'll have to see. So, I don't know. This is going to be a long video. I don't know if there's any champs out there that are going to watch the entire thing, but I don't care. I feel like I killed a good amount of time. What am I going to eat? I got a bag of Reese's peanut butter cups. Yum. And I got some choco chip cookies, choco chunk cookies from Walmart. Those are the things that you eat when you really don't give a crap about how it's gonna, affect your body or what kind of shit you're gonna have. I mean, what kind of actual poo is gonna come out of your body? Because those things, if you're young, it don't matter. Your body still makes good quality poo, but post 40 years of age, your body's just like, unless you've taken really excellent care of yourself throughout your entire life, post 40 years old, yeah, it's just like, stuff starts going wonky, especially if you're American, because you've just been handled. You've just been like thrown all sorts of shit that, humans kind of weren't designed to handle. Like nature was like, I don't know what you're doing here, but like all these chemicals and stuff aren't supposed to be, let's just say, inside your body and around your body and on your skin and like breathing into your lungs. And of course, the most obvious, you aren't supposed to eat stuff that has all these things. You're supposed to eat like berries and, maybe cooked meat, not polychromatic acid number 3, or whatever the fuck this shit is. Not to mention whatever the fuck is in the combustion products of that. Yeah. I'm not oblivious to it, I know. But of course, beer is good for you, especially, the local beer, ones that are made in small batches. Those beers, the primo ones, the ones that are like 3 times the cost for like a 6-pack. It's like $17.89 plus tax. Oh, this one must be good. Really? Is it good? Because it tastes like ass. It tastes like ass. ASS. They should just call it ass beer, is what they should call it. St. Lagarino's beer. And it's BIER. So you know that it's good. Yeah. They need to find a way to condense alcohol into like a pill or like a fat soluble injection. So you can just be like, oh man, I want to get drunk. Like, I don't want to drink it. Because for me, drinking alcohol is just like a plague on my throat. So I just want to like take a like alcohol and an EpiPen and just be like, oh man, I'm so blasted out of my mind. Oh, I'm so wasted. And then maybe I'll be like, dude, give me a Corona or Dos Equis, and I'll just like kind of, baby that. Maybe get two, one after that one. That's all I need. Just give me like an EpiPen with like 6 shots in it or something like that. Just, good to go, man. I got my nice like baseline going, and then like just a couple Coronas just to kind of keep me right where I need to be, and then there we are. That'd be like the greatest drinking invention ever. Why didn't they do that? Why are they wasting all their time on vaping? What bullshit is that? Oh, dude, it's like the new way to smoke without like any of the dangers. Yeah, I believe that. Who are you made by? Philip Morris? Yeah, I believe that that's safe. Sure. Yeah. Hmm. And Lie McLyerson, what lie are you coming up with next? Um, Cocaine can be formulated into what now? Lightning? Oh, what is lightning? Oh, it gets you even more high than crack, faster, and lasts for even shorter. Uh, Excellent. Oh, and it's safe. Safe until you realize that it gets you so high and doesn't last nearly as long as crack that you need to do, I don't know, a fucking pound of it in 4 seconds. So even more people are dying. Does it remind you of anything in recent history? Starts with fen, ends with fentanyl. Anyways, I would like you all to kneecap the rich, tax, tax people. You gotta tax. Worldwide taxing rich people is just the best way to go. And lots of boobs to everyone. Peace.